Introduce him.
Ellen File, and this is my fiance from Birmingham, England, Clive Blackwood.
And you guys are next?
And we just got engaged last December.
Well, let's see.
And we're getting married
Yes, it might not be too surprising for this group. There are several people who have some words to say. We should be out by 9 o'clock this evening. Dr. Joseph Stern, would you like to say a few words?
Well, to begin with, what I'd like to say I can't say in a few words. Instead, I would like to read a letter that a very, very close friend of my brother's and Catherine's, Arthur Coe and his wife Elaine, sent. They're not able to be with us here today. Dear friends and celebrants, I will be brief. I met David nearly 15 years ago. He turned up at a reading I was giving at the Columbia Chavurah. In those days, young David was rather fierce. He wanted desperately to pick a fight with me, but instead we decided it was more economical to become friends. He taught me Greek for a year. We discussed religion, and he became a household fixture. My wife loved him as much as I did. Indeed, I was struck by his marvelous humor, his sweetness and caring, and above all by his intelligence, which was uncompromising and tough. But during all those years, David was lonely for companionship. How wonderful then that he met Catherine in Israel 11 months ago. Catherine was a splendid surprise. How beautiful, sensitive, and smart. To our eyes, she could not be more perfect. And indeed, for her, David is no less the blessed match. How delicious, then, the marriage of Yiddish and Hebrew, the marriage of secular Judaism to a religious tradition, the marriage of Shalom Aleichem and his brothers and sisters to the world of Midrash. In short, the marriage of Catherine Hellerstein to David Stern. I send you all my warmth and affection for a long and fulfilling relationship in Israel. With much love, Arthur and Elaine. I'll just show you. Elaine Cohen is a very distinguished painter, and she designed this background for her.
David, Catherine, family and friends. Yesterday, we celebrated what is called the Ufruf of David at the very gracious host and hostess home, the St. Japheth. The portion of the Torah that we read was most significantly the portion that is called, after the key word in one of the first sentences, Beha'alotcha, when you will kindle the lights. It is the commandment that is given to Moses to turn over to Aaron the task of kindling the lights of the menorah. And I think Beha'alotcha was most significant in at least 3 ways for this happy occasion. First of all, as I think an expert in Yiddish who is present will confirm, Aliyah is also the Ufruf, the calling up to the Torah of the groom. Aliyah in our days has also assumed a special meaning, namely the going up and settling in the land of Israel. And finally, especially for Catherine, this Aliyah, making the flame rise up, the lighting of the candles, is the symbol of the task of the wife to illuminate the home with warmth and light by lighting the candles on each Shabbat and holiday. And also, just in case David might become interested later on in Midrash, I want to refer to the fact that our sages pointed out that there's a special meaning to the fact that this task was given to Aaron follows immediately the dedication of the tabernacle, of the sanctuary in the desert, at which the 12 heads of the tribes brought special offerings and gifts. And they say that Aaron, who was the head of the tribe of Levi, might have felt somewhat left out because he was not represented. And it is for that reason that this kindling of the menorah was mentioned immediately after the dedication by the heads of the tribes. But some commentators raise an interesting question. They ask that actually Aaron, the high priest, was given even much more significant tasks, such as entering and doing the service on the holiest day of the year, on Yom Kippur, in the holiest of the temple. Why was not this task singled out? And the answer is that there is a great difference between something that is done only on rare occasions and something that has to be done day in, day out, like the lighting, the kindling of the lights on the menorah in the sanctuary. And by the same way, I think, there are moments of elation, of joy, of inspiration that are unique, like the day of the wedding. But the important task is to carry over this joy and this inspiration in the life of every day. And it is the prayer and the wish of your parents, of your families and your friends, David and Catherine, that you may succeed. And God may hear our prayers, and you have now started a life of light and happiness for many, many happy years to come.
I'd like to see if the man who's paying for all of this might have a few words to say. This is a momentous occasion for my father, Herman Hellerstein. It means that he's got exactly 50% of his offspring married.
so far to be here and to witness this wonderful phenomenon called marriage. I will not give sound advice as Kurt Stern did, first of all, because in that field I'm not competent. But on the other hand, I promised Catherine, I was almost going to say Kathy, but she's now Catherine, that I would not give a lecture on atherosclerosis, coronary diseases, and coronary prevention. But all I want to wish, and this is on behalf of myself and Mary, that she have all the happiness and the joy and the vigor that we've been fortunate to have over these 39 years. I'm not saying anything about children, I'm not saying anything about work, I'm not saying anything about manuscripts, articles, but we wish Catherine and David, pardon me, that you have as happy and fulfilled and vigorous and dynamic and challenging, Mary, you can tell some other words that epitomize our life for the past 39 years. Thank you so much.
We just want to thank our families and friends for coming from so far, from Israel. David's parents came from Jerusalem and Chicago and Boston and Florida, and I'm sure I'm forgetting most places, Shaker Heights even. Really, thank you for coming. And I'd also like to acknowledge my grandfather, Dr. Harold Feil, who it's such a thrill to have him at our wedding, and I'm very happy to have him here. Just thank you for this beautiful occasion, for coming and making it so happy for us.
I just want to second everything Catherine has said and thank the Hellersteins for making this wonderful wedding for us, and my parents for coming here from Israel, and all of you for sharing it with us. We hope we'll see you all again in the very near future. Thank you. Another cake. Is that right?
All right. Let's see that one more time. Wait, can we see that one more time?
Look at the cameras again.
You get it.
Look at the cake. We just can't. I want to switch the cake.
You don't need to keep doing it. That's normal.
Wait a second. Right. I don't know.
What did you think? Pretty good?
Thank you for letting me share that moment with you. The moment.
Yeah, when smaller folks.
I think
It's thoroughly documented.
thoroughly documented by several cameras.
That's a good one. Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work out. I'm sure David will get
You're going to get the town. Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Wendy. I mean, we don't have that much patience. Maybe I don't know.
Where are you going?
Page 62. Thank you. marvelous.